South Africa's favorite wine, Four Cousins, is now available in bubbly style. Life has many magic moments. Enjoy it with Four Cousins sparkling wine. Kom kuier op Celeb Tuesday.
It is Celebrity Tuesday. We just played one of her tracks. She's a fantastic artist, Imogen Heap. We've got her on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
One of the most interesting and bizarre ways to get an interview in the morning, catching you up on Twitter. How?
Yeah.
You
Good thing I was checking at that time.
Yeah.
We just thought we'd try our luck, and it worked out pretty well for us. So you're in South Africa at the moment. How are you finding it?
I'm really loving it. I'm just loving it so much. I had no idea of the fan base here before I came out, to be honest. As I was saying just before, it's very difficult to know these days where your fan base are, because the physical sales were the way in the past that we could tell, where people were buying records, so we knew where to go and tour. It's not quite like that these days, so we rely on social media sites like Twitter. If I see a kind of, a flurry of tweets from a certain country, then I can go and see if we can get a gig over there and see what the response is like. So we've actually been booking our tours recently from finding out where people want us to go. So I'm going to Brazil and I'm going to Mexico in May. And part of the reason why we came to South Africa, but actually the main reason for coming to South Africa was my friend Charles, who I'm with now. I'm in his house. It was his daughter who's got us over here, a lovely, lovely girl called Emma, and she's been a fan for a while. And she basically, because Charles is a promoter, that's one of his jobs. And so she was tugging on his shirt going, "Daddy, please get Imogen Heap over here to do a show." And so that's the reason I'm here, is because of this lovely girl called Emma.
So we all need to say thank you to Emma.
Yeah, thanks to Emma. Yeah, we're really looking forward to your Cape Town. So as you said, you're here in Cape Town now at Charles' house. And apparently you said it's sold out. It's completely sold out. We're not stressed because we've all got tickets, so that's great.
Yeah, no, they're both sold out now. And we really didn't, it really is quite amazing. I've done, you're tweeting me here, and I just did a national TV this morning, and I did a couple the other day. And I just wasn't expecting this kind of attention, to be honest. I was kind of expecting to come to South Africa and have a bit of a holiday. So I've been up really early every morning doing breakfast TV and radio, which is fantastic. It's been great fun. I've met some lovely people. And so as a result of this, kind of seeing all the tweets of disappointed people who've seen the show, seen the TV shows or heard about it from friends, saying, "Oh, I wish I knew before. I would have bought tickets. I didn't know." And it might be, a year or two before I come back. So I just was thinking, I was just chatting with my friend Charles, and he said, "Why don't we do a show, here in this house?" He's got a grand piano. He's got a beautiful veranda looking out onto some hills. And I just thought, why not? So we might do a small, really small, up-close and personal acoustic show, just me and the piano, maybe like an evening we'll get some wine in.
Wow, that sounds really, really cool.
That sounds amazing. One of the things that we were quite interested to know your thoughts on, we all know about Jason Derulo sampling a bit of your track.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I gave him permission.
Yeah, obviously.
Because he's not allowed to use it without my permission. I get over the time since I've made Hide and Seek, I've had so many different versions sent in through my inbox. Literally, definitely over 100, if not 2, of anything from kind of kazoo harmony, 4-part kazoo harmony, to a marching band version, to tons of a cappella choirs covering it, and a million kind of 4 on the floor, very boring house remixes. Hide and Seek, that kind of stuff. And it was just really refreshing, actually, to hear Jason Derulo's version when I got it through my email. And at the time, he'd never released anything, so it wasn't like Eminem coming to me and going, "Can I sample this?" It was like somebody nobody'd heard of him. Well, I hadn't heard of him, and he hadn't released anything. And I actually really liked how he used it. And he's a very talented guy. He writes all his own stuff, and he's also done a lot of production for other people. And he's really young, and I just liked his story. And the thing is, it's hard for people to understand this, but when I'm in the studio and I'm making a piece of music, I'm very possessive and protective over my songwriting and my production. So it's only until once I've finished it and it's out in the real world and it's out there, kind of, making babies and having fun with other people's ears. I don't feel like it belongs to me. I feel like it has a life of its own, and I want it to go and make musical babies with other people. And I want people to kind of, do dance interpretations of it and do a cappella versions of it and, play it wherever they want to play it. I want it to have a free life. So that's another reason why I said yes, because I just don't feel like restricting its journey.
You released Ellipse almost 2 years ago now. Can we look forward to something new? Are you working in studio?
You can, indeed. I'm glad you asked. Actually, on the 14th of March, if you like, you can get involved. I'm going to be online at 6 a.m. midday, 6 p.m. and midnight in the UK time for an hour each time. And anyone can get involved in my next song, which I'm going to be writing, recording, producing, doing the video, doing the artwork, all in the 2-week space.
Wow.
And then the Monday after the fortnight after the Monday I start it is when I'm going to release it. I'm going to release it digitally and get it straight out there, because in the past I just get fed up with the fact that I write a piece of music and then I have to wait 3 years till I finish the rest of my album, when it may not be so relevant to me then. So there's no need to do that now, and I actually love it when a song gets out there. And also for me, it's nice to be able to have these kind of little landmarks throughout the year where you feel like you've achieved something, and nothing's always weighing on this big load of work, this big album that kind of takes over your life for a year or two. So the idea is this year I'm going to release 4 songs every 3 months, 1 song every 3 months. And so in the normal cycle of an album for me is a 4-year cycle, because I go and tour it. It takes me a bit to write it, then I produce it, and then da. So at the end of these 3 years, I'll have 12 songs, and then I'm going to do a physical, but they'll already have been out. Everyone will have them if they want them. And then the idea is that, they can go off and have fun and do their thing, and we can make videos as we go. So on the 14th, go onto the website, and if you have any kind of sound that you like, it could be the sound of your cat purring, it could be the sound of a drum loop that you've just played in your bedroom, it could be a little piano riff that you've got maybe in your living room. Just record these samples and then send them to me, and then I'm going to make a piece of music. But it can also just be like the sound of your door slamming that I might turn into a kick drum, or the sound of you playing the spoons, which might be the hi-hat pattern in one of the loops. The idea is for me, I'll probably only pick maybe I don't know. I have no idea what's going to come through the door. So, but I'm just looking forward to the challenge of writing a piece of music, starting from the fans, bringing me samples, and I'm going to start there at least. I mean, I'll put other stuff on it, and I'll sing on it, of course. I'll make a song out of it. But I like this idea that it begins with the fans.
That's very cool and innovative. And I mean, you have been hailed as one of the most accessible musicians around. So we've discovered that today as well. And we're looking forward to catching up with you on Friday and Saturday here in the Boerland area.
Brilliant, thank you.
South Africa's favorite wine, Four Cousins, is now available in bubbly style. Life has many magic moments. Enjoy it with Four Cousins sparkling wine. Kom kuier op Celeb Tuesday.